Asad Rehman, anti-racist movement, you are campaigning for Remain. Why?
Well, I think what's most important here is that the fact that this is not a debate between the left or progressive forces. It's now a debate framed by the far right, framed by the right about migration and immigration.
There are many people of the left who are supporting Leave.
Yes, there are people of the left who are supporting Leave, but I think actually now we have to make a tactical decision. We have to say who are the social forces who will win if this referendum is Leave. It is not the left, it is the right to frame this issue, the right are in the dominant frame, and therefore at this moment the most tactical thing to do is for us to make sure that we defeat those forces, and that means remaining in the EU. Secondly, what we have to be able to do is say, of course, we have a different vision of Europe, a Europe that is social and progressive, and we have to work with social forces to be able to change the Europe, because we do want to work not just in our own borders. We need to be able to collectively come together as social forces across Europe to tackle the critical global problems, not only in terms about an economy that doesn't work for people or planet, but actually about tackling climate change, tackling and making sure that we stand up in real solidarity with the people who are refugees and migrants from around the world.
But how is it possible to imagine a different Europe? Because Europe, the government of Europe is not decided by citizens.
Well, I disagree with you. If we can imagine a different Britain, we can imagine a different Europe, because Europe ultimately is made up of 28 member states. It's made up of member states with elected European MEPs. It's made up of Council of Europe with elected leaders, heads of state. If the left is progressive, if the left...
But the Commission is not...
The Commission is, of course, appointed by the Council and ratified by the European Parliament. If we had the left in the European Parliament, if we had governments who are from the left, then we would be creating Europe to be like an Alba of the Latin America, a different kind of Europe. If the Council and the Parliament is of the right, and then of course the Commission is going to be of the right.